Well, hello, my friends. I'm excited to be here with Dr. Barron Breland. He is the artistic director for the River City Mixed Chorus. Barron, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, and great to be here.
I have to tell you, I'm excited about learning more about what this organization is, what River City Mixed Chorus is. I feel like I've known you for years. I've known this organization for years, and there is celebrating 40 years. There's a big concert coming up in June.
Yep,
But the first question, let's just tell us more about the organization and the work that you do.
sure. So the River City Mixed Chorus is a community choir based here in Omaha, but serving all of the metro area. Has a mission about building community, about enriching lives. It is primarily centered on queer people and queer people allies. So it is a safe place for people to come together and sing. Not only do they create incredible music, but it's music that matters. A lot of our concerts have messages of hope, of perseverance, of love, of bringing people together and building community. It's a it's a beautiful, safe space, not only for the members, but for their audiences.
Yeah. And you have been the artistic director, we were talking about, 12 years.
About 12 years,
Okay.
yeah.
And kind of how did that happen? I mean, what brought you to this position?
Sure. So I moved to Omaha to teach music at Creighton University, where I still am at Creighton, just not teaching music. But I got an email from someone who's been in the organization almost since the beginning, that they were doing an artistic director search and they were looking for a conductor. And I went tentatively to an audition, a young, I don't know how old I was. We don't say that on camera, right? How old we are. Uh, and
Age is irrelevant, but go.
yeah. But I fell in love with this organization from the opening audition. The openness that people had to singing, to sharing their stories, to being in a space together and creating beautiful music. At the time when I started 12 years ago, it was a little under 40 people. We're now at a size of about 140 people.
Wow.
It had a five-figure budget, and that has grown to well over six-figure budget. It's been an incredible decade of growth for this organization, as just the community has embraced this type of choir that just sings about love and hope.
Yeah, and I actually know several people that are in the choir. I will say I've yet to go to a concert. We're going to talk about the concert
We'll get you there. I'll send you some tickets.
Yeah, absolutely, on June 10th. But I'm going to backtrack for just a second. Something just popped in that was kind of off, that was not on our talking points. But looking at the 40 years, when this started, and actually the question I was going to ask, like, over the pandemic, how did that change things a little bit, or not?
Absolutely. Especially for an organization that thrives on being together, on finding community in the same shared space. We had to work really hard to create those spaces over Zoom. We put out a couple of virtual choirs, but virtual choirs, virtual means almost. And an almost choir is not the same as a choir. There's something magical that happens when bodies are in a room together. They start breathing together, heartbeats start to line up.
Wow.
So it was challenging. We had to find unique and creative ways to sort of still stay together as a team, but it was certainly a major challenge for all performing arts organizations, especially choirs who rely on breathing and mouths and aerosols. It was a tough time, but we've certainly weathered it. We've come out stronger and bigger than ever. The financial support we received from patrons and audience members and people who wanted to make sure that the music kept going has just been incredible. We're super grateful.
And there's just that whole energetic thing. First of all, when you're using your voice and when you're singing, and the energy, and again, being in a room, it's explosive.
Yes.
And as much as, thank God we had these other technology pieces in place, but there's nothing like being in person. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna segue into the Saturday, June 10th. Our own kind of music, a 70s celebration. I love 70s music. Is that talk more about that?
Yeah, we're really excited about it. So, like you mentioned earlier, next year is coming up for our 40th anniversary season, and we have some serious stuff planned for that. And so
Okay,
before we got wanted to dive into some serious historical work, we wanted to just have fun. And
sure.
people love 70s music. Everybody loves 70s music. Like I mentioned, our choir's gotten to the point where we don't fit in a lot of performing spaces in Omaha. Now, some of the churches and university settings that supported us for our initial 35 years just simply aren't big enough. So it'll be at the Holland Performing Arts Center. We only perform now at the Holland and the Orpheum. We have a full 10 or 12 piece band that's playing with us. So if you like cover bands at weddings, if you like live 70s music, it's going to be incredible. There's a dance party in the lobby that's Studio 54 themed after the concert. So you can hear all of your favorite tunes. You can stay and have a drink, dance, not the whole night away. OPA will, shut us down after a while, but you can dance part of the night away in the Holland lobby.
Sure. And I'm on your website too, rcmc.org. So I'm looking over this way to your website.
Yep.
There's a lot of information about concert support, how you join, shop, book you guys to perform at a charity event or any event
Absolutely.
for that matter, how to donate. But again, I encourage, rcmc.org, our own kind of music. I love I get the whole vibe of the 70s, which was, I think, just a fantastic time for music in general. Can you give us maybe a sneak peek at some of the songs you may be singing?
Oh yeah. So we've got a little September from Earth, Wind and Fire. We've got some Styx, Come Sail Away, Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly, Landslide, Desperado. There's one or two dance tunes that you might hear at every wedding that you're gonna wanna stay around for. We've got some Chicago. We've got Stevie Wonder, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. We've got Elton John, Your Song. It was an incredible era for music, and for a choir like this that really finds its groove, little pun intended, with America's popular song, it's just a great fit for us.
Yeah. So I have a question too, because we've got a few more minutes. So if somebody wants to be involved in the choir,
sure.
Do you have tryouts? I mean, what is the process of being a part of this?
So there is an audition. It is a audition is we should come up with a softer word for it, because audition automatically might get people's anxiety raised a little bit. But it is the most casual, relaxed audition. You come in, you sing for me, the assistant artistic director, and the pianist is the only other person in the room. And we just talk about how you love music, why you love music, what brought you to River City. And we figure out what your best voice part placement is. And that's what it is. If you want to be involved with the organization but don't want to sing, there's also a spot for you. We need volunteers constantly at the various events we do. You talked about being able to book us through our website. So there's all these avenues where we need volunteers. We always need patrons, but mostly we just want people in the audience, because the music is not just for us making it, although there is incredible value in just being together and making music, but sharing the stories with huge audiences. That's really what it's all about.
And how many concerts do you typically? I mean, I typically, that's not even a word anymore that
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I take that back. So moving forward, I mean, how many concerts a year do you perform?
Yeah, so we've been doing 2 for a very long time. Starting with our 40th anniversary next year, we'll move to a 3-concert season. We'll have our traditional holiday concert. It's become a must-see on the Omaha Arts holiday calendar every year, right up there with all the best stuff you'll see in town. And then we'll add a March or April show in spring. That one next year is going to be at the Orpheum. It's going to be the SATB premiere of a musical about queer history by Andrew Lippert. It's called Unbreakable. He's the composer of Wild Party, Addams Family. You've seen his Broadway works before. And then our final concert will always be in June. It corresponds with National Pride Month.
Right.
It's always the most celebratory. Sometimes it also can coincides with CWS, so you can watch a baseball game, you can hang out in a tent somewhere, and then watch a concert and go about your day.
Yeah, and yeah, I do want to, yeah, what I said was I mentioned 40 years this year, but 40 years actually is in 2024
Yep.
is when you celebrate that. And I have to forgive, I've got a blind kitty here
Oh,
that's wanting to join the conversation. So she may pop back over because she's like, oh, I like this.
we are an inclusive organization, so bring your kitties.
Yeah. Um, okay, so again, we talked about the June 10th. People can buy tickets. Come on, Sunny Bunny. A lot of people know Sunny because she's kind of a public figure too. Um, um, they can buy tickets online.
Yep.
And this event is at the Orpheum.
This one is at the Holland. Yeah.
Oh, the Holland, sorry. Okay. And I'm gonna put her on the ground, sorry. Let's Zoom is very Zoom is Zoom. So it's at the Holland.
Yep.
So anything else you want to talk about regarding the concert and what people should know? There's probably a capacity to how many people can attend space in the Holland, but can people buy tickets up to the day?
Absolutely. There are tickets available at the door. Of course, the best seats are always gone
Yep.
soon. So I highly recommend people getting to Ticket Omaha, where you can get tickets
Yep.
right now. We also have special seats reserved for donors of a certain level. So
Okay.
if you also want to be interested in really good seats that way, that's something we can work out. All of that's on the website. But yeah, at the Holland, of course, right now with the beautiful weather and the Jean Leahy Mall being such a incredible new spot downtown, you could make an evening out of it really easily, especially with the after party cash bar, raffle prizes, come in costume, bring your kids. It's family friendly, it'd be a great evening.
So when you say come in costume, it's like come in costume of your favorite 70s person or
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you would wear to Studio 54, assuming
Okay.
it's family friendly, you wear that and come to the party.
That's awesome. Barron, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to actually having another conversation with you as we get closer to the 40th the 40th anniversary, but excited for this concert. And again, it's rcmc.org. So much information on the website. And we look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday, June 10th at the Holland Center.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And folks, we'll be right back.